Hello.
What is up?
Hello.
Do you guys enjoy that shit?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Hold on. Let's make sure we're live before everyone comes all over the place. Okay, we're live.
I love it.
There's our broadcast.
I can't
Yeah.
take credit for making that. I found it on
That's-
the internet.
Of course.
That's pretty good.
Um, Uh,
And surprisingly fitting for the end of the episode.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
so, holy fuck! This is exactly why I watched this show.
Yes, exactly.
God damn! If that episode doesn't get an A+ review everywhere, like what episode's going to? Because it has everything
It
you
has
could ever
everything.
want.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't even know where to begin. I guess we could start at the beginning, or we could start at the end. I don't know.
Where?
Let's go in the middle.
Yeah.
Go with the middle. Well, the middle was all Cersei stuff, so yeah, let's just start.
Or Bran.
Wow.
Okay, so
Bran
we
didn't do
discussed this a little bit last week about Bran, and we were like, you know, well, Bran, if Bran comes back, then he's gonna rule Winterfell. And I'm like, no, he's too whacked out and weird. And he even admitted it himself. He was just like, no, I'm a whack job now. This is not gonna, you know, this isn't gonna work for me to do this. You know, I see like all time periods and like, what was he talking
Everything.
about with her wedding dress? Was that when she dies?
Right.
I was
that
just
was-
thinking-
No,
I
it was
think
when
he
she
may have
got
taken
married
too much
to
Ritalin.
Roose, I think.
Ram.
Ramsay.
Ramsey,
Yeah.
yeah. It was when she
It
got
was
married.
the
He saw
Ramsay.
everything. He
Okay.
saw everything, and he sees everything now. So he saw that, and that was, I guess,
That
the way I saw it was his way of trying to explain to her what he is now.
right, what he is capable of seeing anyway.
And she
I
was
He
like,
was trying to prove a point, but he did it in probably the creepiest way he could have.
yeah,
Yes.
exactly. It's
Yeah.
like
So-
I can see your whole wedding. It was pretty
Yeah.
pretty awesome. You were really hot.
Yes, that was yeah. That was,
So that raises a point. Does that mean he also saw all the stuff Ramsey did to her?
oh yeah, probably.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why he
I'm
was kind
still
of
saying she's
apologizing.
hot.
Apologizing.
Yeah.
But when he first said that, I thought, like, what is he seeing something into the future that would, like her
Mhm.
death or something? Like, that's what I first thought.
That's what I thought at first too, but he never really says he can see the future, except we know that the three-eyed, what is it? Three-eyed
Raven.
Raven, it can kind of see like a lot of different time periods depending on like where the trees are placed or something. I don't know.
Right.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know, well,
You can see what the wirewood trees have seen.
yeah, it depends on if
The
you can get
foresters.
depends on if he can get Wi-Fi or not. You know, it just depends.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why he's not going to be ruling because nobody's going to follow him, which is pretty much we all knew
Makes
that.
Well, that and he can't move from the neck down apparently.
Yeah, well, and even he has a hard time moving his face much anymore. He's just like
Yeah.
he's just the Iceman.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that was amazing. But obviously, like the biggest moment in the episode is when Jon and Daenerys finally meet.
Yeah.
That was just so fucking great. And they were talking about it at the end of the episode a little bit. The directors were talking about it, and they were just like, even during that, when normally on a set it's like dull as fuck, they were like, no, you could feel the energy, and it was just like amazing. And so, did anyone notice this? Probably everybody did, but she says the last thing she says to him is, "You better get to work, Jon Snow."
Mhm.
And what does that sound like?
An order, more like it.
Like, you know nothing, Jon Snow.
Oh.
Future girlfriend.
Oh my god. You know, future wife, honestly, because like nothing, Jon Snow. That's like a flirty thing that like a girlfriend might say, but you better get to work, Jon Snow is like something a wife would say.
It's more like a
To a husband.
like he's gonna have a more mature relationship with her probably.
Yeah, they're
It's
gonna
like
be
you better go
distant
mow
cousins.
the lawn now, Jon Snow. Or I ain't making any
That's
dinner.
basically what she was saying. Yeah.
Basically.
So I don't know. That seemed pretty like echoed the whole nothing Jon Snow thing. So I imagine they meant it that way, perhaps.
I doubt
But
it.
God, were those scenes great? Oh man,
Yeah.
just like the first two sort of honest, basic good people in the whole series finally
Yeah. Finally.
meeting, potentially doing something together and striking up a relationship. It's just like so awesome.
Well, they really haven't struck up a relationship so much. Tyrion had to talk Daenerys into letting him mine the dragon glass.
Well, in a relationship insofar as they're learning about each other, like
True.
they're not just like random people far, far away.
But as of right now, Jon's refusing to bend the knee to Daenerys. Daenerys is refusing to really listen to Jon so much because she thinks it's a wives' tale. So I don't see it right now as a relationship so much as they're feeling each other out.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think there's something more to it, and I think they both are just getting the vaguest hints of that. Not like obviously, but I don't know. I think that they just don't know it yet, but they're in love.
She did walk through fire, so she knows that stuff like that is possible. Because she technically could have died the times that she was burned alive.
Yeah.
And she was curious about him, having been stabbed in the heart.
Yes.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So,
Go ahead, Emery.
how fucked is Tyrion right now? I mean, like, he
Oh, yeah.
totally fucked up with the Iron Fleet, and then he
Yeah.
immediately fucked up again with the whole Casterly Rock thing. Like,
Yeah.
Daenerys probably thinks, oh, this bitch is intentionally giving me bad advice.
Maybe.
See, I don't think Tyrion is. I think they were being too clever, and I don't necessarily think that's going to be. I don't think Daenerys is going to fault Tyrion for it. I just think that they're being too cautious, and
I think they're being too nice. Cersei doesn't give
Yeah.
a crap about anybody, so she's ruthless and brutal, and she'll do anything and everything, and they're just playing the nice game.
Yeah, I think Tyrion's thinking too much like a typical Lannister, and he's not thinking how would Cersei act. He's thinking how would a Lannister act.
right.
Yeah, but they do have a reserve of a large amount of troops. If they unleash the Dothraki on the world, that's it.
Well,
Uh,
spoilers. That's what the trailer is looking like. That it looks like that. I don't want to say too much because it looks like that Daenerys is going to go to Jon and basically plead that she needs help now, and it looks like the dragons are going to be going on the move. So
Well, there's the whole problem of who can fly the dragons, and right now it's only her. So like that needs to be solved immediately.
Well,
I mean,
that
I
was
know the
foreshadowed
dragons.
in season 1. How that's
Right.
going to happen.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So they need to, they need to get Jon flying a dragon. That'd get him back and forth from Winterfell a lot quicker too. So
No, Tyrion's going to design a little device so that Bran can ride on dragons.
Yeah.
wouldn't he design a device so he could ride on dragons?
yes.
Be more likely. I think Tyrion should fucking pilot a dragon. That would be the best thing ever.
oh, that would be epic.
Sure. All they need to do is just let Bran take control of one of the dragons.
I've
Problem solved.
been pretty obsessed with the idea of Bran warging into a dragon ever since the Three-Eyed Raven. When he was like, "Will I walk again?" He's like, "No, but you'll fly." And we're like, warging into dragons, confirmed.
I was just
yeah.
waiting for him to like turn him into a chicken or something. And just go. I didn't
Yeah.
promise how long you could fly, but
Bye.
deal with it.
So we've got a bunch of people in the comments here too. If you guys have questions, throw them out there. Miss Ukes, Spicoli Dude, Chaos Rabbit. Wait, Chaos Rabbit, aren't you on here?
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
Oh yeah, you're here too. Okay. Anyway, anybody has questions, throw them out. So that moment in the beginning when they land at Dragonstone and they're like, okay, you have to give up your swords, and you're just sitting there thinking just like, oh no, oh god. It's like so scary for the Starks to have to do anything like that, where they just like leave themselves defenseless. It's just like, oh man, don't give up your swords.
Yeah.
You just never know what's going to happen in the show. But you know, it was I was a little paranoid, but nothing happened, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I was really paranoid about? I was really worried that Jon Snow was gonna like collapse from heat stroke, wearing a giant coat everywhere.
Well, it's so windy. It's kind of like, you know, how dudes that ride motorcycles wear those big, heavy leather jackets. It's because there's, you know, it's so windy it keeps them cool. So
And without
the
that,
same-
how can he brood properly?
Yeah, that's perfect
Right.
for
That was
brooding.
fun.
I mean, that's important to know who's the best at brooding.
yeah, exactly. John obviously is always going to be better at brooding.
Yeah.
Since day one.
Yes, I was about to say he's been champion of brooding since day one.
It felt like John when she said that he could, you know, mine Dragonstone. I felt like he just wanted to like you know, hug her basically
Yeah.
and start
Right.
crying.
He did look like he was about to go in for a hug.
It's like, you believe me? Oh my god! Oh man, nobody believes me. Probably she doesn't, but she said she did just to be nice. So
The whole
that's how you
Game
know
of
they're perfect
Thrones
for each other.
would have been solved with just Snapchat. Jon Snow sees the Night King. He quickly snaps. He's like, "LOL, Night King! OMG!"
OMG.
And then he
Gotta get all
He puts
selfie with this.
puts a big fucking tongue coming out of his mouth and his funny ears.
There's like the dancing hot dog on the side.
Like, Sansa, check this shit out. The Night King. I enjoyed seeing Mark Gatiss as the Iron Bank.
Yes.
Mycroft from Sherlock, and also a lot of Doctor Who stuff. He's awesome.
He is the Iron Bank.
Yeah.
Like Palpatine is the Senate.
Yeah, exactly.
I am the Iron Bank.
I am the Iron.
Yeah.
It was hard for me to tell if Euron said twat or twat.
Twat.
It sounded like twat.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of an extra ad thrown in there, but that kind of suggests that then it's pronounced twat, even though in the UK it's pronounced twat.
Well, his actor's Danish, so
It
So-
also goes
Danish
back
or
to it.
Swedish or something like that.
It also go, if you look at the SIRs, it's SEOR when it should be SIOR. It's just to differentiate from the regular norm. Because twat's not openly said in England.
Now, I'm really not that familiar with accents. In fact, I find it hard to recognize that I have a Chicago accent, even though people tell me that I do.
Barely.
But so like, okay, remember when they first land and Davos goes up to I forget her name. What's her name?
Missandei?
Missandei, yeah. Goes up to her and he starts talking to her and he's like, you know, where's your accent from? I can't quite place it. Does she really have a weird accent, or is it just British? Like it
No,
sounds-
they're supposed. It's supposed to be that all areas of Western of that area, like you can differentiate between Essos and Westeros. Differentiate between like where's Brienne from again?
Tarth.
Like
Tarth.
Tarth. Yeah, so you can differentiate between Tarth and Nath, that kind of thing. So
I know,
yeah,
like,
she has
if-
a British accent, but supposedly she doesn't.
I know, like, if you're reading it, you can imagine that she has a different accent, but, like, in the show,
Yeah.
she speaks just like anyone else, basically.
She needed a Russian accent, is what she needed.
Yeah.
Spicoli dude says that he's pissed at Daenerys for being so misunderstanding. Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to eventually work out an understanding. It's just a rough start because they don't know anything about each other. He also says, do you think Jorah will help Jon convince Daenerys?
that was an idea that I had, actually. I thought that perhaps the episode might end with the White Walkers attacking Old Town, because Old Town is actually pretty far north, as far as I recall.
It's south.
No, it's like the most southern town.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
You're right. Okay, my bad. what was I thinking? There's some
Man,
place
if they went
that's
down there, everybody would be fucked. Well, that's it. I'm just gonna
see,
die.
They traveled north. To
they
go
went
south.
so far north. They went south. There we go.
They went around. It's possible.
Yeah. that's how they got
God,
around
that'd be
the
so
Maybe took
brilliant.
the
Everybody's
sweet ass
worried
time.
about the White Walkers coming from the north. They might just come from the fucking south.
Just do a reach around that way. Yeah.
Holy shit.
That would be unexpected. They got to do that now. I think that's an interesting point. Like, I didn't think about the fact that Sam was kind of, helping out there by saving Jorah, who might be able to try to convince Daenerys, if she even has any interest in, chatting with him at all.
Has Jorah seen a White Walker though?
I don't think so.
No.
Just
But
saying.
he is a northerner, so he
Does-
most.
that-
Northerners
But
believe.
but you heard John having to convince the lords in the north about the White Walkers.
Yeah. even
So
though-
I don't necessarily think that Jorah will help convince Dany of anything.
He might though,
Okay.
knowing that John and Sam are so tight though, because now Sam literally saved his life and helped. him
That's
accomplish
true.
this. The last
It'll-
time he saw Danny was like, "I command you to cure yourself," and he wouldn't have been able to do that without Sam. So
It's true. He actually
Yeah.
did.
It's possible, but
John's
it's still just
buddy.
secondhand information.
yeah,
Like if Jorah saw a White Walker, then maybe, but I don't know.
Okay, so I looked at the credits this time, and just like Kay said, I think it was you, that there does appear to be some ice growing
Mhm.
towards the south,
Yeah.
but it's not all the way past the wall yet. So
Oh,
obviously, because I've been seeing a lot of people complaining, like, why are the walkers taking so long? They've been marching forever. And I think it's just people who don't understand what's happening, and kind of understand why they don't. Because I guess you need more information, but it really does seem like if they are truly waiting for ice, then yeah, they have to wait for more winter to come so that it'll freeze up, and then they can skirt across the edge there around Eastwatch.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Like, they don't bring the cold with them. Like, cold doesn't just generate around them. They
No,
have to wait for the
it's
cold to get there
happening.
first.
But they're taking their time because they can only travel south as quickly as the winter does. So
Right.
You know what the Night King needs? He needs fucking Frostmourne. He needs to get Arthas, man. 'Cause that bitch could
Arthas
create
is dead.
cold.
Dang, that would be
Bring
awful.
winter.
but I think maybe what people are a little complaining about is it seems like time just sort of flies around now, like, so quickly, and with no regard for how long things take. I mean, how long did did John's ship take to get there, and how long did it take for him to ride to the shore to get on the ship? And it's like time is just flying by. How about that scene with Cersei getting her revenge?
Oh yeah.
On
On the
Valaria?
On
Yeah,
the
yeah.
That was hardcore.
Good shit. That was
Um,
really good.
Euron didn't give up his sister,
Niece. No.
niece.
No, just for
thought-
saying.
For
Such a.
himself.
I'm so crazy about
Well,
this.
if you think about it, Yara's not really a threat to Westeros as much as she's a threat to him.
Mm.
So
I think-
that's
I think
probably
he
why
took her-
she didn't. What was that?
That's
I
sort
think
of
he took
true.
her for himself, and
Yeah.
because Cersei has no interest in her.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, she was, I don't know. I mean, I guess if Euron's the representative, she's just letting him deal with it because it's like a family matter or something. Kind of makes sense. Euron's just like the ultimate cock. What an asshole. It was amazing.
Rock star, man.
He
He's a
really is.
Totally.
total rock star.
And he's like, Jamie's like, trying to use this clever Jamie lines on him, and he's just like always has a comeback. He's like,
He's like, hey, does your sister like it up the butt?
Yeah, exactly. Freaking him out, and and my favorite line that he said was, "Oh, they just like severed heads, really."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Care.
It's true.
Yeah, they don't really care whose it is.
But then Jamie gets a nice blowjob afterwards, so everything's cool.
You gotta hand it to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamie's getting suckered in by Cersei again.
Yeah, Cersei gets all hot and bothered when she wreaks revenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. She's just like, "Oh man, that turned me on when I poisoned that woman for weeks in front of her mother."
Hilarious.
When her maid came to the door, did you guys think that? I thought it was Cersei at first because she looked a lot like her.
Yeah.
I think the
She
face.
really
I was
did.
like, what?
I thought it was a dude at first.
Yeah.
Maybe it's one of Cersei's bastards. Maybe she got
Funny.
As far as Euron goes, I'm surprised that he's not given more shit by people for being a kin slayer. Because I know that in the book, it explains a bit better about his backstory, and from what I recall, I think he was a kin slayer, and that's what got him exiled from the Iron Islands to begin with. And then, of course, he comes back and he fucking slays, his brother. And then he's, killed plenty of, and taken capture, like his nephew and niece and all that kind of stuff. And it's like, fucking people in Westeros used to have standards. Now they don't give a shit. They might have a king soon who has murdered his own family members.
Yeah.
But first of all, it's the mainland, not the Iron Islands. I mean, people of the Iron Islands might have a different opinion about Euron. But second, these guys the small folk have been through what? How many kings now? How many people have died during the War of the Five Kings? Yeah, I don't think they really care so much about, well, this guy is a Kingslayer now. Yeah, this guy's we've had a few of
something
those.
for them to talk about when they're going through their drudgery and like cleaning up filth and all that stuff that they do.
Yeah.
As long as they stay away from the big tourist places and not get blown up, they're fine.
Yeah. Stay away from Septa Baelor.
The Sansa Littlefinger scene was kind of cool because you really just get to delve into the mind of Littlefinger. And he basically just he just really wants Sansa to live, I think. And so he's just trying to he's basically saying you got to do this all the time if you want to survive. And saying that's how I've done it. And I think you should do it. And he's kind of putting himself out on the line a little bit. It's kind of weird. It's just ultimately he's probably still trying to predict what could happen or, what you would never imagine would happen. And like he's saying, but he's just he's obsessed.
I think it's more that he's
Yeah.
just trying to make her depend on him.
Pretty
and then
much.
worm his way into
Probably, yeah, to get into her psyche. Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you see when they were walking down and that Maester talked about how Maester Luwin had kept all the scrolls from every Raven for a long time? Littlefinger fucking noticed that.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he looked back at him and was like,
Oh shit.
So,
yeah, there could be some weapons in there.
yeah, so I'm thinking he's going to go do some research.
Yeah, maybe
Here soon.
So,
grab some messages that he could use later against somebody.
and remember that Littlefinger just got done saying, imagine every single thing that could happen and ever has happened and ever will happen. All right. Then he finds out that all of the fucking notes from every Raven are still there, which is a shitload of information, which is his favorite thing in the world. And then Bran comes, who can literally see everything at all times. right?
Yes.
What if he fucking seduces Bran instead?
Seduces Bran.
Imagine that pillow talk. You know,
Hmm.
Yeah, Bran could be a pretty valuable weapon. It's Littlefinger's in an interesting place right now.
he's gonna have a bigger boner for Bran soon, which had a lot of
Yeah,
booze in it.
exactly.
The
Yeah,
vegetables put up the least amount of resistance.
Why do you think, like, he's doing everything for purely selfish reasons? Like, that's all he's ever done. Why do you think he's gone to the north? Does he see them as a bigger power than Cersei or Daenerys?
See, I was thinking that I think it might all be his penultimate revenge idea of when was it Ned that nearly like cut him in two?
Yeah,
Or
it
was
was.
it the murder?
It was
I
Ned.
think he's also been kind of obsessed with,
But-
know,
The Tullys.
yeah, the Tullys and the Starks to some extent, like for a long time.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
more of his
I think he
obsession
thinks
with
that the Starks are easier to control than the Lannisters ever been. Clearly, we've seen it.
Mhm.
So that's why he's kind of hitching his wagon to them.
He just has a thing for redheads. That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in the book, he really does just seem to be after Catelyn first, and now Sansa. It's just like he's really like hot for them.
Yeah.
What's next, Red Woman?
Speaking of
I
She's gonna
Melisandre,
leave now.
I kept thinking she was gonna like throw herself off the cliff to like surprise Varys.
Yeah,
Just be
right.
like nope, I'm not going to this meeting. Goodbye.
Not sure.
Did you hear
Her
what she
last
said?
words were very cryptic.
Yeah, I have to come back. I have to die in a foreign land. Like, what the hell does that mean?
Mm.
Seemed like she was hinting that she's seen, like, in the flames, the future deaths of her and Varys, and that they die in Westeros.
Hmm.
I'm still waiting for the others to find out what she's like without the amulet on.
The part with Sam where the guy's like, so how'd you do it? And Sam was just like, I read the book and followed the instructions. I think it was like, he's pretty sassy in that moment.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Like, how do you handle this new fangled technology, child? It's just an iPhone. Come on.
it's kind of cocky. Sam's getting a little cocky. Obviously, the Olenna part was amazing.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
If it had been
Boss to the end.
if it had been in the episode without if John and shit, I just forgot what her name is.
Daenerys?
Daenerys hadn't met in this episode, that scene would have just topped everything.
Yeah.
Well,
It was so amazing. She called Jeffrey a cunt.
Yeah, that was
Wow.
great.
I think she could
Um,
have literally not gone out any better way.
Oh
Yeah.
god,
oh,
no.
no.
Yeah.
She went out like in total control, and it was just great how she was like, she just gulped that shit down too. She was
Yeah.
just, as soon as she found
did-
out the information about it, she was like, "Okay, I'm all set."
Yep.
And
Oh,
then,
by the way, I killed your son.
Yes. Oh, by the way, I'm glad I don't have to die like your bitch son.
yeah.
Oh man, that's like one of the best death scenes of all time.
yeah,
Yep.
Just amazing.
it was her version of Terminator 2. You know, Arnold's thumbs up.
Yeah. So I mean, I still don't really. Everybody's like, be careful of Cersei. She's gonna somehow mess with the North, and I'm just racking my brain. I can't figure out any way that she could mess with the North. Like it just doesn't. You know, like it would have to be like a non-sending an army way. Does she have a bunch of faceless men or something that she's gonna send to? You know.
Maybe it's a
To-
load of zombies.
Maybe she'll turn herself into a White Walker.
Cersei would make a pretty good White Walker, so I could totally see that.
Yeah.
I could easily see her being the Night Queen and being completely happy with it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, I don't really know. I
I
don't know.
mean, what I'm saying is Qyburn's already like made a giant, very successful zombie. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
what's to stop him from making more zombies? It's not like there's a shortage of dead people around. You know what I mean? So
I think it's more he didn't expect it to work the first time.
Yeah, I think it might have. I could be wrong, but I remember him mentioning stuff about how when he was doing the procedure on the mountain, I remember him saying things like, "Oh, you know, he just has like a ridiculous constitution. You know, like he's
yeah,
one
I do
tough
remember
motherfucker.
that.
You know, so he was able to survive the process, whereas probably most people wouldn't."
yeah, I do.
In fact, I think the people he initially experimented on didn't survive. So.
Yeah.
Wonder like what his day looks like. Like, what does he do when he's off duty?
Sits there
They
in the
just-
corner.
He
Yeah,
gives
they're just
candy
like-
to children.
Sit him on a corner somewhere to look nasty. I don't know. I'm just curious. Like,
So
10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Visit the nearby morgue.
Yeah.
talk to friends, hang out with my buddies.
Have lunch with them.
Lab test new experiments on children. Yeah.
So they kept showing the mountain a lot, you know, when Euron came in with the prisoners and everything, and that was definitely, you know, to try and trick people into thinking that the mountain was going to end up killing them, you know, Cersei was going to have the mountain kill them, and you know, obviously. And then she mentioned, "Oh, I was thinking about having the mountain crush your skulls and everything," and like I'm sure
Right.
everybody was thinking that. But my fucking
Exactly.
girlfriend here, Kat, you know what she thought of first? She's like, "The mountain's gonna rape them."
I
was like,
was
what?
saying that? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
that
a
was
zombie.
That's what I was so upset about was that he raped
Hey,
the
zombies need
family.
loving too.
Right, but
If
like,
there's anything we've learned from 7
hurts.
Days to Die, if you go into a zombie, you apparently have a perpetual boner.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I was thinking the same thing because when way back when he killed all those Targaryen children, like he raped that dude's sister and murdered her. Like I was thinking that she was gonna have him do the same thing to these two.
Exactly.
That was yeah.
Guys, the very first thing that Qyburn does when he turns somebody into zombie is remove all of their blood and replace it with something else. I very specifically remember him saying that. How the fuck is the
Just
mountain
a-
going to get a boner with no blood?
With whatever.
He just
he
hope
Well, he
rigor
doesn't
mortis
have to
is
use
set in.
his boner.
you
He
could,
Yeah, what is it? Maybe he replaces it with like nitro or something.
right? I mean, maybe it's not just blood that makes a boner too. Like, why can't he make the boner with the science juice running through his
Science boner,
veins?
babe.
Okay.
Science boner.
Yeah, he wants him to be as strong and alert as possible.
Just, gives him a spear blade as a penis.
Yeah, he's probably replaced it.
I'm glad it wasn't too awful because I was about to get up and walk and then like hide in the other room and peek around the corner. Like that's what I do when they have awful, scary things.
And then she did it with the kiss. That was so amazing.
Yeah.
What if their blood was replaced by liquid dragon glass?
Oh yeah.
All right. What if Qyburn replaced the mountain's penis with Oberyn's penis?
You can feel your lover's pleasure one last time.
That is definitely the ultimate fuck you.
Exactly.
Literally.
I've got one more fuck you left, and it's this.
Do you recognize it?
Oh my god.
It's decayed a little bit. I got to it a little late.
Oh yes, Spicoli dude said about Littlefinger that Bran would just mind fuck him or something. It's true. Like Bran probably might not be useful to someone like Littlefinger just because of what all the stuff he's got going on in his brain.
Maybe.
I suppose at the minute Littlefinger knows nothing about what he can do.
That's
And
true.
Brandon must have some sort of, some sort of power as well to do something. I don't know. Curious to see where that goes.
Yeah.
But when Arya gets home and Jon is there, oh man, what a reunion. I suppose they'll all get killed immediately. So
Yeah.
Cersei will show up and fly in on her own like steampunk dragon, and then she'll kill everybody.
Punk dragon.
I'm just still curious to see what's going to happen with this big pack of wolves. It
Oh,
was
they're
led by a
definitely
dire
gonna-
wolf.
They're definitely gonna. I bet they'll fight the. They'll fight the
White Walkers.
undead, probably. Yeah,
Mhm.
those giants. But giant wolf against the giants will be pretty cool. Isn't there lore about the dire wolves fighting against the king in the north, like in the past
I don't know.
against the
I think
undead?
they fought
I
with
don't know.
I don't know if there's any book readers out there, but I could have sworn there was
don't
something
remember.
about that early on. Could be making it up. Well, that was a great discussion.
It was.
Learned a lot about the mountains, Dick.
We've also conveniently forgotten about Reek this week.
Oh yeah, I know.
Walking him out.
They saw right through his shit. I loved that. They were like, "You
Oh, yeah.
fucking pussy, fuck you." So good.
You wouldn't be here.
If you had tried something, you would have died. We know you.
I'm curious to see
So
where he's
good.
going to go next.
I think Reek is Azor Ahai.
That would be
Turns
pretty
that as
great.
well.
He's the drowned king, right? Somebody was saying he's gonna be
Dr-
drowned king.
He's a
Drowned
drowned
god,
god
yeah.
now.
Yeah, drowned
Yeah.
god.
That would be cool.
Mhm.
Mm,
Yeah, give Reek some power. That would be kind of neat.
right?
See what he does.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it because it's just like, all right, I'm tired of this little pussy dude. Like,
He's
give
like,
me,
"What?
give
I
me
have
somebody more.
God powers now. Grows dick back immediately. Like, that's the first thing he would do. You know it. Whoop, my dick's back. All right, let's go.
Maybe he should get over his dick.
Yes.
It was like Samson. Like Samson got his hair cut and he lost all his power. Like
Yeah.
Freak. I don't remember his name anymore. Like he
Theon.
lost all of his power when his penis
Theon.
got cut off.
Yeah.
Theon.
Yeah, that's true. He did. Well,
His
and that,
dick.
and plus all the other massive amounts of torture.
Yeah,
The months and months of,
Months of
endless
breaking.
torture.
the GIF in Discord sums it up pretty well.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Mm.
Thalia commented she just wanted to come in for a second to say that we all suck. So that was nice.
Cool.
Oh.
Thanks, Leah.
Yeah.
You suck for not watching Atalia.
Oh.
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 We were waiting for like this grand thing to happen. Nope.
Yeah. It's just,
I'm a man of simple tastes.
Aaron, you definitely, by the way, need to make that photo of you and Jeff Goldblum in a hot tub your Facebook banner.
Well, okay, I'm tempted to, but Miss Uke just made me another photo on the Bjorn Board Games page, and I'm going to upload it here. You guys got to check this out if you're on Discord. There you go.
Oh, Emery, did you see the one of you and your new brother?
Oh my gosh, that's so good. Miss Uke.
Oh, yeah. That's just revolting. Is that his real mustache
Yeah.
combined with Emery's beard?
Yep.
God, that's disturbing.
It disturbingly looks like a rabbi, for crying out loud.
Just photoshopping Adam into anything makes it look
Yeah.
perfect. I don't know why. He's on the Mona Lisa in that other picture, and it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, vomit.
That's so good.
Oh, yeah. He's not being strangled, though. He needs to get strangled.
You You have a thing about Adam and being strangled.
Yes, I want.
It's an autoerotic fantasy.
Ew. Why is there a picture of Adam on my face?
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, Emery.
It's got a huge forehead.
Surprising I didn't have to manipulate the forehead.
Oh, Plasto Joe, you got here too late. You missed all the amazing fun that we just had. Has anyone listened to the podcast yet?
No.
Not yet.
It's really long, so I'm not surprised. It is up on Patreon, though, so if you get bored tomorrow at some point, have a listen. We talk about a ton of different stuff, and it's a little bit more goofy than usual because I pretended to be Pete Sampras for like half of the podcast. So
Why would you say you pretended?
okay,
Why wouldn't you just say we had a special guest, Pete Sampras?
I wasn't Pete Sampras. It was him. It was him the whole time. But he didn't sound like Pete Sampras. It was weird.
No, he sounded a lot like you.
Yeah, but it was Pete Sampras.
I also don't know who Pete Sampras is, everyone.
Yeah, I have
Which
no
is
idea.
very sad.
I googled it.
Come on, people. He's coming back big time. He's like, you're not supposed to be able to come back when you're older as a tennis player, and he's doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't name a single tennis player.
What about Andy Murray? Don't you know who Andy Murray is?
No.
Dude,
Who's that guy who was an asshole?
Andy Murray's kind of an asshole. Like, he's Scottish, and he just like gives people shit like during interviews, and like he also, I mean, he's not like mean or anything like that. But then like some lady was interviewing him and saying like, so how your performance at the Open, like how did it go? And he was like, oh, I just felt really sick. I was really like I have a really bad cold, and he was just saying all this weird shit that no tennis people ever say, that no sports figures ever say. He was just like acting like he was a regular dude, which I guess he is, but it was very odd just to hear him speak so plainly. He's just kind of plain spoken and like classic Scottish. Bluebeard is coming soon, probably 2 weeks, I think.
Yeah, the next time I'm in Madison.
Week and a half.
Maybe-
Emery's coming up
maybe, yeah.
next week.
Yeah.
I hope it's neon blue. I hope it's neon blue.
Maybe get it as blue as we can.
Yes.
It's gonna be awesome.
Is it going to be a picture or a video?
Probably a video. I think we'll do another pasta video
Oh.
actually.
We need to make it a video so Emery can regret it for the rest of his life.
Oh yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
mean like or we could do a face cam live stream.
Oh yeah.
All of it. We'll do all of it. Blue Emery cam. Okay, well, I guess if no one has anything else to say about Pete Sampras, then we'll head out tonight.
Well, he's not John McEnroe.
That's who I was thinking of.
Yeah, John McEnroe's hot-headed dude. He's not. Well, he still plays like old man tennis now, but I don't know what. I don't think that's as highly publicized.
The fabled old man tennis league.
Yeah. This week, if you're wondering what we're going to get up to or what we're going to be doing, we're going to do our regular Wednesday live show. We're going to play Fortnite, which I just started playing finally.
Yeah.
How many people can play that in one group?
Or
Four.
Okay. Well, we'll have to play that with some of you guys. And then after party on Wednesday, and then I think we'll be releasing a video on Thursday, and then Friday afternoon at 1 o'clock GSP time, we're going to play Battlegrounds, the new map.
Awesome.
Oh, what? It's coming out
Yeah,
this week?
Supposedly comes out on August 3rd, which is Thursday, and so we're going to play it on Friday afternoon.
Yes. Oh my god, I'm so excited.
I know. It's going to be really awesome.
We can't tell.
Finally, they're doing a new map. It's going to be great. I think that's about it.
How did the photo shoot go actually for that you had up on Facebook?
Oh, well, that was actually a video shoot. We were shooting a trailer for SOS, and I think they're gonna let us put it on our channel. I think it's gonna be really funny. I'm just being like, a tough guy, like the dude in the game, and then there will be game footage too. As actually, I think some of you are gonna help us record that.
Yeah.
But that was the video component of the video that you guys were gonna help us record, but we weren't able to. So
Cool.
that's that. Emery, you still there?
I am.
Anything to say?
No, just hope you guys all have a wonderful evening. Hope none of you get diarrhea.
Thank you.
I'll work on that.
Why are you warning everybody about that?
No reason. I just really hope that nobody gets diarrhea. It's
Okay.
Don't drink the
uncomfortable.
wine.
Yeah, don't drink anything that Emery sends you.
That's a sure way to get dysentery.
Exactly. Don't drink water that's pouring all over your head from a water tower.
Yeah.
He couldn't help it though, right, Emery? You had no choice but to drink that water.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, spiel a little Dota, everybody. Have a good week, y'all.
Good night.
Joining us on this GOT after party.
Goodbye.
All right.